Hey guys, Andrew McComb here from Outlier TV, where we celebrate difference to make a difference, as we share inspiring stories of ordinary people doing extraordinary things with their businesses and or their lives. Today I'm going to be speaking with Quentin Nolan. He's the owner of Liquid Snow Tours, and he's also the co-owner of the Hakuba Hotel Group. And I'm going to put him out of his comfort zone so that you can meet him a little better before our full Outlier TV episode's released in the next few days. Okay, let's go and meet Quentin. Quentin, it's customary on Outlier that we put you out of your comfort zone for the viewers' sake, so they get to know you before your main interview in the next few days.
Yeah.
The premise is I'm going to ask you some rapid fire questions. You give me the first thing that comes to mind, and hopefully they get to know you a bit better.
Beautiful, let's do it.
You happy?
Yeah.
Okay, so you own one of the world's premier snow tour companies and many hotels. Do you prefer being a tour guide or a hotelier?
Tour guide.
Why?
More kind of experience with the customers out on the snow.
Yeah, so you get to go out there as well?
Yeah.
Okay, have you ever been a tour guide in a country you'd never been to before?
I did do that in Japan, where we are in Hakuba at the moment.
And how'd it go?
Mate, it went great. We had a good time. Everyone enjoyed themselves, and and it led to me being here now, 15 years later.
Yeah, so sight unseen, you don't actually have to know the place to be a great tour guide.
Oh, you got to wing it a fair bit if you don't know it.
And one of your other talents. So do you prefer skiing or snowboarding?
Snowboarding.
Why?
So, mate, I've just done more snowboarding. I like skiing as well. I'm a better snowboarder, so I naturally go to something I'm better at.
It feels easier.
Yeah.
What inspires you?
What inspires me? That's a good one. I mean, I'm inspired, just to kind of continually grow and just to continually move forward, and whether that's in business or in personal relationships or or in other things I'm doing, is just that consistent progression.
Yeah. What happens if you're not growing? How do you feel?
Then I don't feel good. I need to start growing again.
Sounds familiar. Okay, mate. Word association.
Yeah.
Coat hanger, ice cube, eyebrow.
15-year-old thought it'd be a good idea to pierce my own eyebrow. Got some ice, iced it up a bit, and then literally got the edge of a coat hanger and jammed it through there to give myself an eyebrow ring. And it was, luckily that healed and grew back over. But yeah, certainly not something that I'd be doing again.
Oh, how was the infection?
Infection wasn't great.
Okay, favourite thing about Japan?
Favourite thing about Japan would be the people over here. They're just a beautiful culture and a great group of people.
Mm-hmm. Ever got lost in a town you've lived in for 8 years?
So apparently one night after a couple of beers, I ended up. Oh no, this is After
That's another story.
After a couple of beers, couldn't find my way back to the place that I was staying, and 2 hours later called one of my staff in another resort 2 hours away to come and pick me up. But yeah, we eventually found our way back there, and then had a good laugh about it.
Oh my God. Okay, speaking of lose yourself, what's your favourite karaoke song?
Yeah, so down in Jack's Bar every Tuesday night we've got trivia and karaoke, and I went for a good stint there, getting everyone started with a bit of Eminem, Lose Yourself. So haven't done that for a few years. Might be due for another performance, I reckon, this week.
You relate to Eminem in some way?
Oh, kind of.
Yeah. Okay, ever not been able to talk properly because of a swollen tongue?
Because of a swollen tongue. So a number of years ago when I was probably 18, 19, and then I also thought it'd be a good idea to get a tongue ring. And
another piercing.
That wasn't a good idea. And it's not something that I'd be doing again or recommending to my children to do either.
So you couldn't talk?
No.
Okay, favourite thing about business?
Favourite thing about business is the relationships with staff, customers and suppliers, for sure, and building those relationships.
Yeah. Best business lesson you've ever learned?
it's probably not to take yourself too seriously, and and to deal with problems and deal with mistakes and move on, and don't get too upset about the small stuff.
Yeah. You got any tattoos?
So I actually started my business with a mate of mine who we're back in partnership again on another side now. And the first day that we started it, we thought it'd be a good idea to go out and get liquid tattoos. So I've got one on my side here. It's not quite a tramp stamp, nearly. And he's got a big one here. So
it's literally the logo on the side, is it?
Yeah, literally the logo on the side, yeah.
So that's commitment.
It is commitment, and I think it's something I'll need to get lasered off before my son's too old.
Yeah, before he learns some bad habits, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
Definition of success?
I think the definition of success is that constant growth and progression. Yeah. So like if you start at one point and you improve from there, then that to me is success.
Very good. How would your staff describe you?
Oh, they describe me as pretty easygoing. Also like to have a good time and make the most of a situation.
Yeah,
for sure.
Do they think you're very organised?
They think I'm very disorganised.
Yeah.
Yeah. But luckily my staff are very organised for me. So I'm definitely a bit bigger picture and not great with the small details.
Yeah.
But we try and counteract that with who we hire.
Very good. How would you describe you?
I think I'm very passionate about what I do, and put a big emphasis on building those relationships.
Mm-hmm. How would you like to be remembered?
I'd like to be remembered as a good bloke who had a crack. Yeah. Basically.
Very good. And why should the viewers out there watch your Outlier interview in the next few days? What are they going to learn? I
think they'll learn, well, if nothing else, they'll see a journey of following your passion and going from, doing something at a very small scale to then being one of the main kind of tour operators and bringing a lot of people over to kind of share the snow and that experience.
Sounds exciting, mate. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it as well, mate.
Well, there it is, guys. We've now learned a little bit more about Quentin Nolan before our full Outlier TV episode is released in the next few days. Make sure you subscribe to the Outlier TV channel by clicking the link in the description below, and remember to hit the bell icon so that I can notify you as soon as the episode is released. I'm Andrew McComb, and here's to living the Outlier life outside of the comfort zone. I'll see you soon.